Welcome to our channel. Today, we have a very special story for you. We often think that money can buy everything, but can it buy happiness? Can it make a lonely child smile? Today, we will visit a golden mansion to see the life of the Harrison family. Listen carefully, because this story will change the way you think about wealth. Let's begin. Welcome to our story. Today, we are going to look inside the life of the Harrison family. They were known as the richest family in the city. Their house was not just a house. It was a giant mansion with a very tall golden gate. Every person who walked past the house would stop and look. They would think, "The people living inside must be the luckiest people in the world." But let's go inside. It is 7 a.m. In the house, everything is very clean and very quiet. The floors are made of white marble. The windows are so tall that they reach the ceiling. Mr. Harrison, the father, is in his large bedroom. He wakes up and immediately looks at his watch. His watch costs more than a small car. He doesn't look at the beautiful sunrise. He doesn't look at the birds in the garden. He only looks at the time. Time is money, he always says. He puts on his expensive black suit and his shiny shoes. He is ready for work. He has no time to play. He has no time to smile. Now, let's look at Mrs. Harrison. She is in her dressing room. It is full of hundreds of dresses and many pairs of shoes. She spends an hour choosing her jewelry. She picks a diamond necklace that shines like stars. She looks in the mirror. She looks beautiful, but her eyes look tired. She is thinking about the next big party. She is not thinking about breakfast with her family. And then there is Leo. Leo is 8 years old. He is sitting at the dining table. The table is so long that if Leo sits at one end, he can hardly see the other end. On the table, there is every kind of food you can imagine. Warm croissants, fresh juice, and golden honey. But Leo looks at the empty chairs. One for his father. One for his mother. Both are empty. The room is so quiet that he can hear the tick-tock of the big clock on the wall. Every tick reminds him that he is alone. He has a golden spoon in his hand, but he has a lonely feeling in his heart. Leo finished his breakfast slowly. He went to the large glass window. From here, he could see the whole street. Right across the road, there was a very small house. The paint on the walls was old and the roof was simple. In that small house lived the Miller family. Today, they were outside in their tiny garden. They were planting flowers. The father was wearing old clothes, and his hands were dirty with soil. The mother was laughing while she watered the plants. Maya, their daughter, was running around, chasing a small brown dog. They didn't have a golden gate, but they were always talking. Leo watched them for a long time. He saw Mr. Miller pick up Maya and spin her around. Maya's laugh was so loud that Leo could almost hear it through his thick window. Leo looked at his own garden. It was perfect. But it was like a museum. No one was laughing. No one was running. Why are they so happy? Leo asked himself. He felt that they had something he didn't have. It wasn't money. It wasn't gold. A few days later, a huge storm came. The sky became very dark. Boom! The thunder was loud. In the Harrison mansion, the lights flickered and then everything went black. The power was gone. The big TVs turned off. The computers stopped. Mr. Harrison came out of his office looking angry. "My meeting! My internet!" he shouted. Mrs. Harrison came downstairs, holding her phone. "I can't see my friends' photos. It's too dark," she cried. They all went to the living room. For the first time, they had nothing to do. No work, no phones. They sat on the expensive leather sofas. It was very cold and very dark. "I'm scared," Leo whispered. His mother reached out and felt Leo's hand. It was cold. She realized she hadn't held his hand in months. "It's okay, Leo," she said. Her voice was soft. It was the first time she sounded like a mother, not a rich lady. Mr. Harrison found some old candles. The small yellow flames moved slowly. The big living room felt smaller and warmer now. "What do we do now?" Mr. Harrison asked. "Let's talk," Leo said. "Tell me about when you were a boy, Dad," Leo said. "Did you have a big house?" Mr. Harrison sat down on the floor. "No, Leo," he smiled. "I was very poor. We had a tiny house. I had one toy, a wooden ball. But I remember my father and I played with it every evening." As Mr. Harrison told stories about his childhood, his eyes began to shine. Mrs. Harrison talked about her grandmother's garden. They laughed. The house was dark, but the living room felt full of life. They were sharing their stories. Leo sat between them, feeling very happy. He didn't want the lights to come back on. The next morning, the sun was bright. The electricity came back. But Mr. Harrison did something surprising. He closed his computer. "The work can wait," he said. "Let's go to the park." That afternoon, the Harrison family was walking together. Leo was holding his father's hand in one hand and his mother's hand in the other. They stopped at the small house across the street. "Hello," Mr. Harrison called out to the Millers. "You have a beautiful garden." Mr. Miller smiled. "Thank you. We do it together." Leo looked at his parents. They were smiling. They weren't thinking about diamonds or business. They were just a family. Leo realized that his house was still big and his gate was still golden. But that wasn't why he was happy. He was happy because his parents were finally there with him. He looked at the sky and thought, "Yesterday, we were a rich family, but today, we are a happy family. And that is much, much better." And that is the end of our story. Leo learned that a warm heart is better than a golden door. What about you? Do you think love is more important than money? Write your answer in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more English stories. It helps us a lot. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next story. Goodbye.